What's up, guys? Jeff from DadBod Alpha Mod. Today I am going to go into the $25 home gym that I started out using about 4 years ago when I started my journey transforming from a 210-pound obese man into who I am today. Very simple. I will put the links in the description below. It's only going to be two things, both of which I ordered from Amazon. You can search through, pick out one that suits you the best, that you think is financially the best for you. But the two links I have below will cost you under $30 and be able to give you every exercise you need to do at home and get your workouts done in 45 minutes or less if you follow the same routine that I did. Take a quick break and I will see you in a second with the setup. What's up, guys, and welcome to my home gym, aka my living room. This is my initial setup for my gym and cost about $25. I do have links in the description below for this ball, which is about 11 bucks on Amazon, as well as rubber band set. The one I have listed is about 15 bucks, but they all vary in price, just like these Bosu balls do. Anyways, this rubber band set comes with a 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50-pound band, two handles, door anchor. Now this one I haven't used, but I've used plenty of them in the past, and I would highly recommend this flimsy thing. If you are anchoring this underneath the door, I would wrap it up with duct tape or something to make this larger, because I have had it where the tension has pulled it under the door, and if it weren't for me exercising with the ball, which the carabiner hit, probably would have put a good little knot in the back of my head, not knowingly. Anyways, this is the basic setup. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up and do a few different exercises to incorporate to start your progress along the way. Hey guys, now that you see the $25 to $30 gym setup, I'm going to start off by going through a few exercises, starting with anchoring over the top of the door. Just for demonstration purposes, in my place I do have an anchor obviously between the doorways. I just don't have a lot of room in the hallway to do things, so this gives me a little more room. But let's get into it. I'm going to be using the same resistance bands. I maybe have to drop down a little bit of weight if things get a little bit tough, but I just wanted to go over a few exercises to get you started on your path if you decided to go the resistance band route. So we have our anchor. Same thing as going over the top of the door. To start off, everyone wants a big chest. With this band, we can do any type of press, depending on how we angle our body. Lean over a little bit, get a good stretch back, squeeze forward, squeeze at the top, slow eccentric again. Basic bench presses. Now if you want to target your upper chest, all you have to do, bring that band, lean a little bit more forward, bring the band so if you can imagine a barbell going across the very top of your chest, that's where you would want your handle placement to be. Same thing, control the centric, good stretch, squeeze out front. Like I said, I do my chest twice a week, 2 exercises, 4 sets, at least 12 reps apiece. Exercise 1 and 2, very easy right there. From here we can also go straight into a fly. Same position, fly. Arms are going to be slightly bent inward, almost like you were hugging a tree. Good stretch. Bring it in and squeeze. Slow eccentric, good stretch. Bring it in and squeeze. Should feel this in the middle of your chest. Squeeze. Same thing with the positioning. If you want to lean more forward down, you can come and just do a regular flat fly. Or if you bring your arms up higher, do an incline fly. You can also switch this over if you'd really like. Change this up. Just use one handle and do kind of like an isolation type press One hand, same thing. Good squeeze, or I'm sorry, good stretch. Squeeze. Slow eccentric. I actually get a better muscle mind, or mind muscle, I should say, doing it one-armed and then alternating back and forth. You can also do one-arm sort of isolation if you're doing flies. Come off to the side, come down. Squeeze, come down. Remember, always make sure you're low enough where you're going to get a good stretch. Control the eccentric. There we go. It's a simple group of chest exercises from the top anchor to get you started. Next, we'll go into back. Back, same thing. Multiple exercises you can do from this top anchor very easily. Starting off, we're going to come back. Actually, I'm going to move you guys back a little bit so my booty and my back are not quite in your face. Going to come back. Same thing. Good stretch. I lean back a little bit to get more of a stretch. And it's just going to be a squeeze, straight back. Squeeze. Lean forward, good stretch forward. Squeeze. Control the eccentric. Squeeze. This you can do multiple ways. You can do a neutral grip, overhand grip, underhand grip. They're all going to slightly work different parts of your back, but essentially the same movement. Want to dig your elbows down towards your pockets. Good stretch. Dig your elbows down towards your pockets. Same thing with the neutral grip. What I like to do, as I mentioned, I do superset things with my first set of chest. I usually superset push-ups with it in between. For my back, with my first set of back, I'll lean over and I'll do weighted. I'm not sure what this exercise is called, but a good stretch high and pull down. This actually hits the front part almost basically under the front of your armpit. Stretch, squeeze down. If you really need to, you can get lower on the ground. If you're cramped for room, or just need a different angle. Hope you can see this. Squeeze. 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 Same thing, neutral grip, underhand grip, or overhand grip. All slightly works different parts of your back. You can mix them up on whatever kind of splitter routine you do, but there's some quick back exercises for you. Now we'll go into bicep. For bicep, I'm going to have to switch out to a lighter rubber band, only because I'm not that strong. So I just have a few bands right here. For my biceps, I'm going to use one arm at a time. Clip this in. And over here, it's going to be more extended and squeezing in. Squeeze at the top. Squeeze. Slow eccentric, controlled. Squeeze. Same thing, switch arms. If you do plan on doing my type of routine, where we try to get done in 45 minutes or less, I do superset bis and tris. Right into triceps, do push downs. One arm push downs or two arm if you want to connect another handle to it. I'll just do one since we have one in place. Nice and slow. Control the eccentric. All the way down. If you can get a stretch, try to get a stretch there. All the way down. Switch arms. We can also do the exact same thing, almost like skull crushers. With this, I'll put the other handle back on. skull crushers, we can get on the ground and do them. Just come forward over the back of the head. This you can get a really good stretch for the long arm of your triceps. Good stretch. Slow, control the eccentric. Another tricep exercise. Also, just like your back, if you're concentrating on tris, you can do an overhand for your push downs right here. If you want to do an underhand grip, you're not going to be able to push as much weight, but it may feel a little different for you. Underhand, elbows tight to your body, good stretch, squeeze. I know that was only one bicep exercise. We're going to go through the rest on the bottom anchor, only because, well, I'm not going to switch it up in the middle of the video. Shoulders. Shoulders going to turn around and face. It's almost like a high pole with a rope. Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. That was a mistake. But a high pull will really hit your rear delts. You can also, if you like, switch this to one handle and get a really good stretch across. And these would be similar to a rear bent over rear delt raise. Good stretch, good squeeze, switch sides. Nice and simple. Traps only because traps are going to be a raising motion from here. We're going to do everything from the lower anchor. So that should be quite a few exercises just to start you on your path with simple resistant band set. And I'll hook up the bottom anchor and cut to a new clip once we get that set up and go over a few more exercises. What's up, guys? Got that anchor set up under the door now. I pulled out the old Bosu ball. Going to go over a few exercises from the bottom anchor underneath the door. Last time we'll start off with chest. This is probably one of my favorite exercises at the gym anywhere I go. Whether I'm using cables at the gym, resistance bands here, get a ball, lean forward, get a very good stretch here. Forward and squeeze. Good stretch on the way back. Control the eccentric. Squeeze. This is going to be similar as well. If you want to hit lower chest, scoot your butt back. Get the lower part of your back on the ball. Do a lower press. Same thing if you want to do an incline style. Going to come lower, lean back more. So we're coming up, hitting the top of the chest. This hallway's too small for me to do flies, so I would do flies from the anchor over the top of the door. But either way, 3 presses right there. You can also come underneath, bring these forward to hit your lower pecs. Good stretch back, squeeze up front. This hallway is kind of narrow for this exercise as well, but I can barely fit it in. And for a couple of years, I made do with what I had. And this was part of it. Chest. Go right into back. Same thing as the over the door anchor, just under the door anchor now. Now we're leaning somewhat forward, and we could do plenty of different types of rows from here. Neutral grip, overhand grip, underhand grip, either way. Gonna get back, crouch down to whatever's comfortable for you. Good stretch forward. Squeeze, control the eccentric. Control the eccentric. Back exercises. Neutral grip, same thing. Neutral grip. Underhand grip. You have only one handle on here. You lean over. One arm rows. Now that we're on the back tip, I'll go into shoulders. Shoulders, both handles, one handle, either or. Essentially, you get a good stretch backwards. I lean forward a little bit. I also, if I do front raises, I raise above my head. And I've also found that if I tilt my grip inward a little bit with my thumbs angled a little bit towards the ground, it definitely seems to hit my front delts much more. Side delts, it's another favorite. You get such a good stretch. Start from the side. I'm only going to use one handle, but I'm going to hold on to this because it's too much. Good stretch backwards. If that's uncomfortable for you, do a grip with it in the front of your body. Good stretch. Wow, this exercise is a killer. This is also where we're going to do our traps. So front delts, side delts. You got rear delts. You can also do rear delts from the anchor under the door. One-handed, same thing. Good stretch. One side to the other. Switch it up. Good stretch across. Stretch it up. Now you're hitting all three heads of your shoulders. Go straight into biceps from here. Biceps, I keep my elbows just a smidge behind my body so I'm leaning forward and I can really feel that stretch there. Two-handed, come up just a regular bicep, a bicep curl. I also used to do it almost sort of like a concentration curl where I would grab either a chair, use the Bosu ball, but I would use my leg as well if I need to. Almost as like an anchor to get a good stretch. So now I have a good stretch backwards, and I'm using this almost like a preacher bench. It's actually a really good pump too. You can do these this way. Also, if you're looking to build up the peak of your biceps when you're flexing, I was not aware of this until I started following some science-based fitness channels. Hammer curls will do that. Hit you all the way up here, causing a peak. Two hands behind you. You should get a completely different feel and squeeze than with your hands in your traditional barbell curl position. Should feel it more on the outside your biceps, but you can also do this one-legged here. So you get a good stretch at the bottom, similar to what a preacher bench would do. Switch it off, other side. So there's a few more bicep exercises. Triceps, kickbacks. You can bend over facing the door. Lean over, elbows up, good stretch here. Extend, extend, extend. Kickbacks. You can go right into overhead tricep extensions. Good stretch here. Now we're on to traps. Traps are a little bit difficult, realistically, with resistant bands. I will do them where I lean forward and I really focus on that mind-muscle connection with the squeeze at the top. But you're essentially doing a shrug, shrugging your shoulders. Keep your arms a little bit bent, that's a natural movement. Up, and really squeeze at the top. You can, if you like, you can double these over so you're closer. But same thing, facing the doorway. I lean back a little bit so I target the traps more. Squeeze. 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 If you want to try something different, you can do upright rows. These will hit your delts as well as your traps. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to face you, but you'll take this, essentially, upright row. Squeeze at the top. Knuckles down. Squeeze at the top. All right, guys. There's quite a few exercises there that you can try out, either anchoring over the top of the door or underneath the door. Either way, doing anything's better than nothing. Trial and error, figure out what's best for you, what feels best, what's most comfortable, what gives you the best pump. Go from there. Pick and choose, sample things out. Nothing is concrete. I pick my workouts on the fly every single day I work out. The only thing that's been consistent with me is my split of chest, buys, tries, back, traps, and shoulders, with the occasional legs and calves. Anyways, guys, hope this helped you out, and hope you're well on your way to being a better you.